Yeah, good afternoon. This is Team B. We're going to be presenting on Module 5, evaluating a performance tracking system for college soccer teams.
Our introduction. For this case study, an athletic director needs to find an electronic system that helps track athletes' performance. Their goals are to improve players' performance outcomes and keep athletes healthy with the data collected by the system. This data will help coaches track physical activities, reduce risk of injuries, and plan to aim their training. The issue and the problem, coaches are looking for a solution, in this case, to help obtain data about their athletes' physical health and their workload. As an AD, they need to find the best possible decision to help balance performance and practicality. With these bullet points of saying inside the budget, when it comes to an athletic department, budget is always key because you can't be spread too thin and you have to know that this is very essential to a success and health of your players.
So the key consideration on like what it tracks, like using vests and stuff like that, it tracks your speed, your fatigue, and training. Me personally, I I use the vest, so it tracks. It's important. It tells you your speed, your heart rate, and your top miles per hour, and how much effort you getting. So it's kind of important on what they tracking and the key considerations of what they need. And you kind of could tell if somebody is heart rate is too high and stuff, different stuff like that. So it's these three things are important. And the usability is just the system friendlier for easier for the coaches. I mean, it requires minimum training, so like the setup is way easier and the technology will be easier. The coach is not definitely not gonna have a hard time accessing these things, and it just put less stress on the coaches and the trainers and stuff like that. So, and it's definitely like a way better setup, and that's kind of what colleges is moving to now.
When it comes to accessing the data needs to be understandable for coaches, so you don't need to have a tech background to be able to understand the information that is being presented. So when it comes to the metrics, the dashboard should be able to highlight the information that you're looking for, and it would, depending on the technology that you're using, it should be able to help you make clear decisions based on the data that you're receiving. And if it's used right, it should be able to relieve game day pressure because the data that you would be collecting would help you prepare for those important events. Um, and then compatibility, making sure that these things are easily integratable with the technology that you already have. So there's a lot of technology that programs already have in NCAA's. So they already have like video analysis, and so these technologies should be able to work with each other, and that's what would make it the most effective. Um, so looking at cost and value. And we're trying to weigh whether or not this would be worth the cost in terms of spending your budget on technology, um, and looking at the cost and value and the benefits that you get from this. I think the biggest thing here is that it could help prevent injuries, and it can help training, and it could help you monitor and gather data to where you're making your athletes the most effective, and then yeah, keeping them injury free. So if you're choosing the right technology, the value definitely outweighs the cost. And then there are some articles that support integrating these types of technologies into your programs. So we look at field hockey team skills from Latino and Tafuri, and it helps track skills and physical load. And then it also helps with tracking respiration in soccer. And then for the most part, depending on the company, the devices are safe when they are properly fitted. There are some companies out there in some of these articles that talk about how some of them are not comfortable and how they have affected the athletes negatively. But for the most part, the devices that are worn on the back are the ones that are better and most comfortable for athletes. So the conclusion here and recommendation is when you're looking at which devices to implement into your program, you need to consider relevance. Is the data going to help your program? And then the ease of implementation. So you got to weigh whether or not the budget can be justified for benefiting your athletes. And then if you get the right system and everything is good and the ease of use and the usability and all those factors line up, then this could definitely help a soccer program at the NCAA level. So that's our presentation. So references. Thank you very much.